Hi everybody, Leslie here at the studio. Our topic today is some neck and shoulders. I need you to kind of understand a couple things before we get on the mat and we try it. So the neck area and our shoulder use is very interrelated. So if my shoulders grip actions, then it's going to make my neck tight. And if my neck actually grips the muscles to move, then I'm going to have some shoulder patterning that's unfortunate, and I have to learn how to use my shoulders better. Okay, but they're very interrelated, so that's why this conversation, I hope the conversation just sheds some kind of some light on that topic. And again, if you can use it, please like the video. If you find it helpful, save this one for pieces of your home practice. Okay, so we're going to find our clavicle. So the clavicle here is on the front of your shoulder. If you put your hand on your clavicle and you move your arm around, I hope that you find movement. Like you should kind of feel that bone moves a little bit, right? Because it does actually. So make sure you do both sides. So if I move my arm, I feel movement here in the front of my clavicle bone. All right. So the next piece I'd like you to find is the outer part of your shoulder. Okay, so the clavicle goes all the way around to the tip. And I'm being general here because I'm not teaching you an anatomy class, right? But I need you to have some basic things, knowledge, so that when I'm doing the movement, you can follow me. So when you go around this outer cap of the shoulder, you'll find this little bit of this divot back here. All right, there's a little pocket of muscle back there, and it feels like it kind of makes a curvy slope, right? So we want to know where that is. It's on the back of the shoulder. All right, now next, go under your arm. Your arm goes into your shoulder structure by way of this area of our armpit that we say. Your armpit or underarm is going to be a strong muscular attachments. So working the muscles in your underarm, totally awesome and good. All right, and I just want you to find the low part of your shoulder blade. Okay, so find that low part of your blade. So in your own senses, you know where those places are for us to do movement. Okay, so you're going to start out lying on your mat first. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our back ready to receive these shoulder actions. So the back of my body starts in the very center back of my hips. I'm going to keep my hips even on the mat. I'm going to put my hands in the back of my ribs and take a few breaths here. And make sure that my back is relaxed in that mid-rib area. Really nice and wide through the muscles and long. And then I'm going to arrange my shoulder blade. The top of the back of my shoulder is going to go against the mat. The outer part of my shoulder is going to go against the mat. And then hopefully that little bit of that spot of that tip will also go. All right. So I'm going to go from my hands resting on my rib cage and start my shoulder actions. Breathing in. Exhale. Moving my center into the mat for stability. My shoulders are going to go, oh, so easily back, and down, and against the mat. And I'm going to find long, easy arms right around the top of my shoulder. So if you put a little marble at my index finger, it runs itself right down and nestles right to the joint that felt like the outer section of my arm and shoulder all the way to the bottom. All right, here's the fun one. So we're going to release our back in the mat. So you start here, right? Then my shoulders are going to go back. So I'm going to push here and I'm going to put that back, which feels like a glide. The tip of my shoulders are kind of really gliding back down to my hip. You can hopefully see that. Here's my shoulder blade tip. That's going down to my waist and hip, and it feels like parts of my shoulders came off. right? Just that upper section of the shoulder came off because I have the tip down. All right, now bring your collarbones turning so you go wide. Open the space between your shoulders. You have parts of the blade up. Open the space between the shoulder blades and put your back muscles in the floor, and then arrange your shoulders to the right and left of your back. All right, good. So that's a whole movement. So let's see that again. Step 1, find your waist and back. Release, right? So this goes down, I'm sorry, this is working down. The release is the top of my shoulder. I'm going to keep the base of my shoulder. I'm going to reach right up out of there. Then I don't just plunk, right? You can, right? It's an idea, but I want to go blades away from me. So I spread my blades wide and I'm going to open my chest. Okay, good deal. So the second part of this would be to try out, once you get that movement of your shoulder, again, the piece that I needed to see with my students is most of my students do it here. They kind of slide the arm up and they slide the arm back. And although it feels good, it's really not what we want in the full picture. We want to slide the blade up and the blade back because that's really attached to my back. So if I slide my shoulder blade, I'm going to be moving my back and spine, and oh my gosh, that's really what we want lots of times when we exercise. So keep your shoulder stability now. Get the blades, the wings of your shoulders are going to open up like two beautiful, right? Two beautiful butterfly wings. Press right into that mat. And then try your arcs, your arm arcs with this. So on a breath, see if you can rotate the tip of your shoulder blade, right? And when you go forward, keep pressing into the outer part of the blade and keep the broadness that you made in your chest. Right? One more time. So I really feel like it's shoulders around for me, shoulders around my back. And after a few, you'll notice that you get a lot more range of motion. Okay. Now come on up to sit. Keep that chest open. And then sit up tall, and then to finish, see if you can take a few breaths all the way up in your chest. Right, so we are going to use those shoulder actions at our back to give us strength in our back body because it opens up our chest. How cool is that? And we really open up our chest so we can breathe better. Have a good day.